right. Let's get comfortable. Whoops. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Steve-O back with another video, and this one is how to collect video games. Yes, it might sound like a dumb question because the easy answer is just buy video games and you can collect video games. But I had a subscriber come into a live stream the other day I was doing on YouTube, and if you didn't know, I was live streaming on Twitch, but I'm probably just going to do it now on YouTube now. I'm just going back and forth trying to figure out what I want to do. But he asked the question, how can he get into collecting video games? And at first I was like, okay, you just buy some games and whatever you're into. But it led to a good discussion, and I figured I would bring up 4 points with you guys that I think could help you if you're just trying to get into it, or even if you are collecting, to kind of narrow your focus and get you going again or back on the wagon, or help you stay on track in collecting. But first and foremost, before we get into it, I really got to thank everyone for the major support on the last video. I didn't think to get that type of views or responses from everybody, and it's been awesome. Like, trying to juggle and read that many comments has actually been a blast. And even though I didn't get to answer everybody or reply, I literally read every comment that's been coming in on that video, and it's been awesome. Like, I've really enjoyed it. So again, thank you for all the support and all the new subscribers who have joined the channel. It's getting me closer to that 1,000 subscribers I've been trying to hit for years on here, and now getting back into the swing of things. Maybe this is the year. Maybe we'll hit it before the end of 2021. So thanks for the likes and subscribes that you did on the last one. Just give me some more subs and share the word if you enjoy the stuff you see on my channel. So I appreciate it, and let's continue on to the 4 points. So point number one, only collect kind of what you're passionate for. I wouldn't go deep diving and just to collect everything you see. If you go to a flea market and you just see a bunch of cheap PS2 games and you want to pick them up, no, just kind of keep your focus narrowed on smaller goals. Like if there's a franchise you're into, you can just say Mario, and you want to just start collecting every Mario game, you can do that. Or if there's a system of choice that you want to collect for, PS4, Super Nintendo, anything you want to go for. But I would start smaller and only that stuff you're passionate for. Great example would be like we just had Sonic's anniversary coming out. So if you want to get some Sonic games for your collection because you remember them from when you were younger, or if you're newer and you've never even played the Sonic games but you want to get into it on the original hardware, you can get those. And then once you get that Genesis, you kind of want to dabble into some other games, or you remember some other games from your past that you played. Like, man, you remembered Altered Beast being really good, so you want to go and get that and add it to your collection just because you had fun with it, fond memories. Street Fighter 2, you had a blast with that, so you want to pick that up. But I wouldn't go around just picking up just everything just because you want to grow this collection to show it off or have it be this work of art in your room, which, don't get me wrong, I love big collections, and it hurts me that all my stuff is mainly in boxes. I'm kind of working on setting something up right here just so there's a background for the videos that's not fishing poles and such. So, but just a little bit of things, because a lot of mine is in boxes. You know what, it's going to stay there until we get our home that's going to be permanent, or that I can then start decking out a game room. But yeah, just don't go overboard. Small focus, small goals, and pretty soon you'll be collecting all kinds of stuff and you'll just want to broaden your horizon. So that'd be point number one. Point number two, even though we are in 2021 and prices are outrageous for any type of gaming right now, deals can still be found. I would still recommend, if you're just getting into it, I mean, it's the summertime, go out and get to the yard sales. There are still people out there who will give you deals on items they don't really know what they have, even though this day and age it is getting tougher and tougher. There's a lot of competition out there looking for it. Just because there's people out there who want to buy things to resell them and make a profit off of eBay or however they sell their stuff. So there is a lot of competition out there at the flea markets, at yard sales, but deals can still be found. With that, deals can be found at stores as well too. Like Best Buy and everyone has Black Friday sales. They have sales all the time where you can get newer releases cheaper. Now if you're going for something older, then that's going to be tougher. But for newer releases, and GameStop for past generation games, a lot of times have really good deals, and buy 3 get 1 free, buy 2 get 2 free on a lot of last gen games like PS4, Xbox One. So if you're into collecting for those, you can find you some deals out there. And there's nothing against collecting for a newer system, or whatever you want to collect for is what you want to collect for. It doesn't have to be a Super Nintendo or something from the 90s, early 2000s in order to be a legit game collection. Like, it can be anything you want to collect for as far as gaming. So if you want to have the best PS4 collection out there and you love the PS4, then go for it. Get the stuff you like and build it. So guilds can be found. Just keep your eye on stuff. There's a bunch of Twitter links I know Wario64 is a big one on Twitter, who, if there's a deal out there, he tweets it out. So follow some people like that if you're looking for some current gen stuff. But for the older titles, you're going to have to stick with yard sales and flea markets. And there's nothing wrong with some good old online trading, some Facebook Marketplace and stuff. But most of the time when people are looking online and trying to sell online, they know what they got. So just buyer beware on some of that stuff. So point number 3, buy bundles. I know this kind of is counterintuitive to the first point where I said only buy what you're focused on. But most of the time, if you can find a bundle, even if it's on eBay or online, you're going to get a better overall deal on that bundle, especially at a yard sale or flea market. If you are a Nintendo 64 collector and you go to a table and you see Mario 64, GoldenEye, and then you see Tigger's Honey game on the 64 and some other cheap 64 games, NBA Live 99, other stuff. But if you buy it all as a bundle, you're going to get a better deal as if you want to buy each of them separately. Normally you can work and negotiate with people. And the stuff you don't want, you could always go and sell them. That's why I like, if you get bundles, don't be afraid to get bundles. Don't be afraid to get doubles of stuff. In order, if you want to make your collection grow, you can always do a buy, trade, and sale type of stuff, because that's kind of part of the collecting game. If you're going out and there's a box of PS2 games and you have half of them, but the other half you really want, you can always sell that other half, because that's going to be a further investment into your game collection. So don't be afraid to do something like that if you're looking to kind of grow and you're not afraid to go sell. Or if you go to trade shows, like I love to go to Too Many Games every year when I get a chance, and I always take up some doubles and trade fodder up there, because that's stuff I don't want or I have doubles of, and it's going to just grow my collection with the stuff that I really want. So don't be afraid to go out there and buy bundles and such like that. Spend a little bit more extra money, because in the long run you can sell it, get some of that money back, and get the stuff you really want. Now the last point number 4, and it's probably one that's it's a big deal kind of right now, just with the environment we're in, and that is, don't be afraid to pounce on an item, even if it does cost a lot of money. Now this is if you're a collector who's, again, if you're into something like me, I'm really into the Metroid franchise and Xenoblade and Dragon Quest. So I really try to get everything I want for that franchise. And a lot of that stuff, if you're collecting for certain games, can have really high prices. So you got to know when the right time to buy is, because if you let it slide, there's a chance that it's going to be a lot higher in the future. So you got to ask yourself, do you want to bite the bullet now in order so you don't have to pay twice as much later? Prime example right now for me, I like collecting Castlevania stuff, and I'm trying to get Area of Sorrow complete on the Game Boy Advance. Now, a couple of years ago, when I want to say 2016 or 2017, when I actually played and beat the game, I'd have to look back. I had the cart only. Now I want complete in box. And at that time, I could go on eBay and see it for, I want to say it was $85-90. I could get it complete in box on eBay. But of course, I didn't have a lot of money like that at the time to go spending money like that on games. And when I wanted to spend a lot of money, I wanted to do it in person so I could expect the item either at Too Many Games or something, and then I'd feel more comfortable getting it. But unfortunately, when I would go to those shows, they wouldn't be there. So again, a couple years goes by, 125, a couple more years, 185, and now in 2021, the game's going anywhere between $280 to $350 for a complete in-box copy. So yeah, it's not looking too good for old Steve on his chances of actually picking that one up, because even though I might even have the money to get it. I might have the income to go out and buy it. Sometimes it's still pretty irresponsible to just go and spend that kind of money on one single game for the collection, unless it's a really absorbent amount of disposable income you got. But even then, no income's disposable. There's always something more important it can go to. But you gotta know when to pounce on the price, because just things just keep going up and up these days. And the only thing I can tell you in regards to that is just kind of do your research and see where it's been trending over the past years. And if it's a franchise like an RPG or a franchise people love, like the Metroids and like the Dragon, like Castlevania, any type of survival horror, their prices just keep going up. They're not going to go back down. So just make sure to know when to pounce on the price. That way you're not paying for it more in the long run. So that's point number 4. And that's pretty much it. 4 little simple things you can keep in mind if you want to get into game collecting or start game collecting. I know right now is a tough time in 2021 because, again, everything's kind of outrageous. But if you kind of want some ideas on some systems to go for, I think right now the Xbox 360, if you're into 360 stuff, you can still get for fairly good prices, because a lot of people are going the PS3 route and the prices on that is going up, up, up. So if you pounce on the 360 now, then who knows, maybe in the future a lot of those prices will go up on those items and you might be sitting on some money in your hands. But I know I don't collect it for the money. It's just for me because I love collecting these things, and I don't ever plan on selling any of it. I already have regrets on selling some stuff in the past that I wish I never did. So, but yeah, I would say Xbox, another one right now. Again, like I said, PS4, Xbox One stuff. That stuff's going to be on sale pretty soon, especially within the next 2 or 3 years, especially when more games start coming out for the new consoles. All that stuff will be discounted and priced down. So if you want to have a good PS4 or Xbox One collection, I would suggest doing that. But anything older right now, GameCube, anything Nintendo is always expensive. You might be able to find some good deals on the original PlayStation, but not when it comes to the RPGs and the survival horror games and stuff like that. So just be aware, buyer beware on those. So anyways, I hope this helps for anyone. If anyone else has any other tips, just leave them in the comments below so we can all share them with each other and help each other out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.